morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And I want to welcome you to Shortcuts for Your Soul. And these have literally been some of the most inspiring messages that I've brought through in a long time. Shortcuts for your soul. What does that really mean? It's a fascinating idea. What is your soul? What are you as a soul? And we're going to get into that today. But today is about liberating your soul from the world. And the being I've had with me is, I call him Master Jesus. Some people call him JC. Some call him Lord Jesus, whatever you want to call him. For me, it's Master Jesus. And one of the things he talks about is that it's important to liberate your soul from the world. And we're going to get into that. Just going to wait a couple minutes for people to come on. And I hope as you're coming on that you drink some vibrant and fresh and healthy water. So, liberating our soul from the world. This is a very fascinating subject. What does that mean? Master Jesus said when he was given the choice between having power over all matter or being in alignment with God's love, he chose being in alignment with God's love because he said that was eternal, whereas things of this world are finite and short-term. He says the alignment of my awareness to the Creator, which I became in essence, was the relinquishing of my attachment to being governed by this world, which includes your 5 physical senses. And very fascinating that our senses are only meant to keep our bodies appraised of potential dangers in the environment. It's not who we are. And like I said, he's got a lot of questions that we're going to be having answered today. Hi, SJK. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Sophie, Lori, Minaj, Louise. Wonderful. Yeah, so we're really excited. These the next set of classes, which starts in September, are going to be really exciting because they change all the time. We've never run the same courses twice. They've always been adjusted and changed according to what the change in human consciousness is. They said because human consciousness is going through this rapid ascension process, and by ascension, what we essentially mean is the awareness that we have as ascension awareness is expanding beyond just being limited to the 5 physical senses, but being also connected to the multi-sensory realms of consciousness, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, the non-physical senses that are becoming available to everybody. A lot of people are noticing what I call highly charged empaths, people who are extremely empathic to emotional energy, are very sensitive during this ascension time because all of the unconscious emotions that have been keeping us bound in matter as a localized identity are being released, and our consciousness is literally being expanded. Our unconsciousness is being liberated from the box of just being identified as a physical body. But yeah. Hi, Autumn, Victorious, Patricia. So yeah, liberating your soul from the world. This really excited me when Master Jesus came in. He started talking about liberating my soul from the world. He made it very simple and very easy. And what's interesting, as I remember in grade school, it was grade 3, and I was in Mr. Petch's class in a school I went to here in Toronto many years ago, and he said the following statement. He said, "Nobody can stop thinking." And he says, everybody can't stop those thoughts. I remember looking at him and realizing my mind had no thoughts in it at the time. And I thought, that's not true. We can stop our thoughts. We can become stillness. And Master Jesus says, becoming still will let you hear that which your mind cannot let you hear. You'll be able to hear without your ears and see without your eyes in the stillness. And it brings to mind the statement, be still and know I am God, right? So I remember sitting there and thinking that thought that, no, I can actually make my mind have no thoughts. And most of our thoughts are constructs through acquired experience through our 5 physical senses. And when you understand that, then you want to pull your awareness away from the senses, going inwardly where there is no distraction. And what's really fascinating about what he means by no distraction is you are not disturbed by, your attention is not disturbed or pulled in directions from your senses. You may be in this state of silence, but you will be more aware, not less aware. You won't be localized to that sound or that thing. You'll be aware of more, but you will not be disturbed. You'll be in a state of stillness or awareness. And from that perspective, you can begin to liberate yourself from your attachments to the world. He says the simplest tool that you know of in these days is called meditation. And meditation is simply asserting your dominance over your mind and your body. And he's saying when he uses the word dominance, he's not to mean like power and control, like using a force against it. It's that you are basically teaching this to be your servant of the house, not the master of the house. You are the master of your house. And it's really important to get to that place of awareness. Announcements. Do we have any announcements to make? Oh, yes. Patreons, my Patreon supporters, you will be receiving an email later today as to when we're going to be doing the first scheduled live event for patrons only on my Patreon page. So be ready to receive that message today. The event will happen in a couple more days, but you'll receive the information today. So I want to thank you for your support, and I look forward to seeing you in our first ever private live event on my Patreon page. It'll be a lot of fun. Good morning, Victorious. Hello, Prem Daniel. A multi-dimensional reality. I love that. We will get into that, but I just want to let Master Jesus articulate. He says this is critical that you understand that your world is not who you are. Your world is not a device meant to captivate you. You are a device meant to captivate the world with your creative expression, with your service, with your gift that you came into this realm to extend to others, in the delight of your being. In the delight of your being. You were not put here to be limited to your pain and suffering, but he's saying our bodies often keep people attached to the belief that they are what is suffering. Your body can experience pain. Your body can experience fear. Your body can experience uncertainty. But you yourself are not bound by these things. You yourself can transcend these things and in turn raise your body to the heavens with you. Okay, I'm going to paraphrase that. So basically, when you begin to assert, correct me if I'm wrong, when you begin to assert your will over the body, getting the body quiet and still, so it's just receptive to your awareness, and you get your subconscious mind quiet and still. So now you come into the present moment. And in the present moment, where there is awareness, where you are being aware, in that place, you may create and know the truth, which shall set you free. What do you mean by that? The truth that sets you free is the understanding of your relationship with an infinite intelligence that knows exactly at all times what all aspects of itself are required to do to unfold its design into your life. So basically, when we get ourselves aligned to that still place where we don't have our thoughts going blah, 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 and you don't have your emotions going, argh, when you can get those and train them, you have to train your mind, you have to train your body to be still. Yes. He's also saying diet is very important to align your body to these higher states of energy. Your body's vitality is very important to give it the right materials it needs to build it as a temple that you may live in, that you may be in, and you may do from. Yes. Now there was a book written a long time ago. I remember seeing it called "The Teachings of the Essenes" with Master Jesus, and it was his perspective channeled through somebody else about a process that he took people through to purify their body, and he called them then the four angels: the angel of air, the angel of earth, the angel of water, and the angel of fire. And the angel of water, he had people literally go into baths and bathe themselves very clean. He used, back then they used gourds. They used gourds to do enemas back then. So they'd hollow out a gourd and put water in it, and they'd give themselves enemas. They'd use the angel of water to purify the body. Then they used the angel of fire, which was the sun. So he'd literally have people out in the sun for a period, his students out in the sun for periods of time each day, to let the energy of the sun revitalize and rejuvenate the system. And as we know, there's over 4,000 different chemical reactions that can be stimulated when you get enough vitamin D from the sun that will actually boost your immune system up significantly. It's kind of funny that we got all these people in isolation right now. So he called that the angel of fire. And then there was the angel of earth, where we would have students immerse themselves in clay or mud to allow that energy to pull toxins out of the body. And the fourth angel was air, angel of air, where you actually go and you do deep breathing and meditation and draw in this energy, this vital energy into the body and restructure it. When you bring something into the body, when you breathe air in, when you eat something, your consciousness, your awareness will interact with it. If you've got a judgment about what you're eating or drinking, then it's going to affect your physiology. So remember, when you're going to bring things into your body, make certain they're vibrant and healthy. Yes, he says live food. Food that is living is vital for your life. Food that is living is vital for your life. In the process of purifying your body from the unhealthy constituents that your world is currently embroiled in purifying your body of those, you align your awareness to the body, so that the form supports and sustains the expression of these higher frequencies that are you. That are you. That are you. Cool. Questions? Good morning, Melina. Hello from Munich. Hi, Anne-Marie. Giovanna. Yes, his energy is so beautiful. Like I'm really like, I got this core of heat. Every time he comes through, I get this core of heat coming right through the core of my body. And it's literally like, I can't drink enough water to stay cool. Which is another thing. If you're ever getting like sudden temperatures of heat or cold, those are indications of needing water. Like really, water is a coolant for our bodies. It's not only a coolant, it's an electrical conductor. So really important to make certain you're drinking water. Whenever I start to feel Master Jesus or any other shifts in my energy, I drink water to balance the body, because it's the quickest way to do that. But yeah, Master Jesus, when he came this morning, it was like, this is really simple. It does not have to be complex. He said, it is very simple. But many of you have difficulty keeping your body still and quiet until it remains still and quiet. Many of you start to get uncomfortable and you want to jump up and you want to go. And many of you have a mind that's going on and on and on, and you want to get up and go because it's ongoing. You must learn to teach your mind to not be an unruly child. You must teach it to listen to you, to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, to restore the peace of your creator back into your body. This can be done. For some of you, it will take a longer period of time. For others of you, you will do it fairly quickly. Some of you are already what you would call very good at this. But this must be taught, for the world has trained your body and your mind to work against you. The world has trained your body and mind to work against you, and you must realize that you must train it to work for you. It wasn't given to be your enemy. It is meant to be your servant. Please take the time to train this system. Be patient and learn to get your body and your mind still so quiet. And when it is still so quiet, then you may begin the process of creation, of unfolding and enfolding your creation into this world through your temple. Up to this point, many of you who've had this world imposed upon your temple, banging down the doors of your senses to compete for your attention. You must become a fortress and only allow in what serves your highest light, and only allow out what serves your highest light. Interesting. Wow. Here we are, Sophie. I see auras and orbs. Sometimes with auras, I don't see it on everyone, just some people. There is a light flickering on your left side, William. Now, what is that? I get this a lot when we're teaching our class and courses. These orbs will come flying through here. I mean, literally, we've had nights where it's like snowing. And it's the most amazing thing. Whenever I ask them to come around, they say exactly what Master Jesus and any of these, our guides and angels say. They come to bring us light and to bring it more abundantly. So that when they surround us and they're close to us, we learn to call your guides and angels and ask them to come close to you. The very nature of their energy will bring yours up, because energy always flows from a higher potential to a lower potential. That's why when Master Jesus comes, I can feel his energy literally pouring through me. So you can call your angels and guides. We teach people how to do this. It's a simple process of becoming mindful. And when you get to the place where you can just feel their energy and receive, it changes much the same way as I can think of this glass of water as your body, and you put your body in the freezer, and that cold just changes the water into ice. When you allow your body to be present and open to higher vibrational frequencies of love, joy, peace, possibility, excitement, playfulness, creativity, when you allow yourself to align to those energies, you pull those energies in. So when we're doing this work, those orbs will show up for you. Those energies will come into your presence. They always do. They're always waiting for us to harmonize with them. It's like we all got this connection. Like my cell phone, your cell phone is a connection to other people around the world that we can dial a number and connect with each other. Well, so too is your awareness. Your awareness is a cosmic cell phone. Your awareness is a cosmic cell phone that has the ability to tune into unlimited frequencies of consciousness and energy. So when you focus on connecting to Master Jesus, or you focus on connecting to Archangel Michael, and you focus on connecting to David Hawkins, or whomever, when you focus on that, you're sending out a signal of energy from your system that will hook up to the consciousness that is in harmony with it. So when I dial your cell number, I don't get your brother, your sister, your mother, I get you. So when you tune into Master Jesus, or you tune into Buddha, and you really tune into their energy, you're gonna make a connection. And then it's just becoming aware of how you experience that connection. So thank you for pointing that out, because those orbs are with all of us. Those beings, your guides, your angels, ascended masters, they're with us all the time. It's just a matter of learning to retune our awareness to not being stuck in the senses, because your senses are meant to be mechanisms you express your being through. You weren't meant to be overwhelmed by the world. You were meant to add to the world, not to be inundated with it. And too many people are so caught up in the stimulation of the senses that they've forgotten their sense. Right? That's what, yeah, Archangel Michael says that all the time. And people are so attached to their senses that they've forgotten their sense, right? And yeah, and we are always in alignment with you. If you would just tune into us, you would know this. Okay, I'm just scrolling up to see if I missed anything. Manoj, please ask my spirit team, how do I cope with my narcissist wife and protect myself and my children from her narcissist abuse, but at the same time this is a great question, Manoj, and the solution that they gave me a long time ago to dealing with that, in your meditation, right? In your meditation, here's what they told me to do. So I've dealt with people like that. And the exercise, we give an exercise for students to go out and actually practice this process, but you can do it simply. Take 5 minutes, 3 times a day, where you sit down and in your heart and in your body and in your mind, you feel the deepest, most profound love you can access within yourself. And then you take that vibration of love and you direct it towards her. You let it fill her heart. You let it surround her body for 5 minutes, 3 times a day. That's what they're telling me to tell you. 5 minutes, 3 times a day, where you do nothing but hold love for her. Yes, okay. There's a process of why they said 3 times for you. In the conventional Bible, where they talk about the walls of Jericho, where the walls came tumbling down, you know the story? It's a metaphor for changing an old idea with a new idea. And they use the number 3 times. That they would come out with their trumps and they blow their trumpets around the wall 3 times throughout the day, and then the walls eventually fell. That's a process known as resonance, induction, and vibration. So they put out a vibration consistently, and it begins to affect matter, and the matter begins to reorganize itself. It's like bridges. The military people are not allowed to walk across the bridges in step. They have to walk out of step. If they walk in step, then the consistent movement of their marching will start the bridge to begin to move. If they keep doing, the bridge can literally collapse. Same thing, you can go on YouTube and look up bridges that collapse just from a certain wind movement. Once a certain process gets initiated, it begins to affect matter to a point where it can completely transform it. So this process of 3 times a day for 5 minutes, directing that energy out, is literally using a principle of putting out a vibration with a certain level of intensity or consistent intervals that will induce a change in her energy state. And you can go into any restaurant or bar or down the street and just walk down the street in a state of joy. Like literally walk down the street in a state of joy and watch what happens to people that you pass, right? Versus walking down the street and you're like, you got a little annoyed look on your face. There's a big difference. It's really important. We are here to transform the world, not to be made into the world. So we hope that helps, Minaj. Thank you very much. Can I tell her? Your guides, Giovanna, your guides are not conventional beings. These are from a completely different star system. And again, I'm not familiar with the energy. I'm just aware. But it's almost like they're like pulsating light. I don't know what it is, but there's 7 of them. They're actually in a formation of 4 on top and 3 on the bottom, and they're like points of light. They're not giving me a name. The vibration they're giving me is, I'm trying to find the word for that because it's not a feeling I'm familiar with. It's got to do with action. They're saying they're here to assist you in. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble getting this word because it implies an action of expression, but I'm not sure what it is they're asking you to align with them for, to express, and they're not giving me a name. They say you may use the word in light to connect with them, the words in light to connect with them. But it's something, again, they're saying she will understand this more than you will. Okay, so I don't know what that means, but they're saying that you will understand this more than I will, which makes sense. And I can feel, again, it's not an emotional energy I'm familiar with. It's very different, but it's got something to do with giving something out. I presume connecting with the energy of higher frequency, like light vibrations. That's what I'm feeling from them. Naveed, Aphrodite says you really need to release your fear and your uncertainty. I'm not sure why she's saying this, but she's saying in a voice that's very soft and gentle, please release your fear and uncertainty. Your question underlies your hidden fear. Your question underlies your hidden fear. Release your fear and uncertainty if you wish to know what you already know, but are unwilling to accept because you're not prepared to understand that which you are experiencing, for fear that it will make you less than what you think you are. Release your fear and uncertainty. Again, I don't know what that means or how that applies to what you're doing and the ceremonies you're involved in, but that's what I'm getting from her at this moment. Louise, does Master Jesus have something to say about a new way of connecting with others when liberating our soul? That's a great question, Louise. Thank you for asking. Um, in order for you to understand the answer to this question that you have asked, it is important that you understand the sensation and the feeling of your own liberation. And that comes, he says, that comes with a great smile and a feeling of joy. In that place of joy, you will find the answer to your question. Your liberation will always come from joy. It will never come from fear. And I do not mean the joy of satisfying yourself outwardly. I mean the joy of aligning yourself to that energy of being light and love that is you from within, to feel that and allow it to surge through you, to become its hand and its feet in this world. Interesting. Well, he's also saying you must learn to crucify your old self. What do you mean by that? To surrender, to not pick it up anymore, the old self, the one that you were told you are supposed to be. This must be released. This is the death of the old, and you are the birth of the new. The reference point for your identification needs to come from the source of your life, which is within you, not from this world, which you are here to give life to. I'm not sure what he completely means about that. Hi, Drusilla. Hi, Lysandra. I used to see spirits all the time. Some of them was scary. They would lift me up. What was that? That was the indulgence. They're saying the unconscious indulgence in your fear. Many of you are very unaware of how much fear has been instilled in your awareness by this world. And even fewer of you understand how to release yourself from it. When you come to that place where you are able to liberate yourself from your attachment to the fears that this world has imposed on you, you will then cultivate an awareness of actions and behaviors that are more conducive to who you are, and you will align yourself to energies that are fearless. For there are the energies of fearlessness, which are grounded and based in love's expression and not in the expression of suffering. The expressions of suffering were given to you when he's using the word father, when your father within you would have nothing but love to extend to you if you would but open your heart and mind to that. Do not believe. He's saying, do not believe everything you are told in this world. Learn to understand that the truth is within you. The statement, I am the truth, the way, and the light, is simply a statement of fact that there is an infinite intelligence that gave you life in that physical body and gave you life as the being that you are, and that light is your way. That light is I am what you are. That light is what you wish to extend and be and become. And you can do that in this lifetime. You can truly do that in this lifetime. Thank you, Prem. Yes, that was the name of the book, Jesus and the Essenes. Dolores, I don't know if Dolores Cannon wrote it, but I do remember seeing it. Patricia's asking, why does it feel overwhelming sometimes when we call on spirit? Is that just fear? It is overwhelming for the ego. Anything outside what your mind and body have been conditioned to think is real will scare it. Anything outside of what your senses are familiar with will scare them. A sudden bang, an unexpected thing will startle them automatically because it's an animal body. We came into these animal bodies, and it's got animal tendencies. It needs to eat, it needs to sleep, it needs to procreate. And it's got its senses of how it's lived for millions and millions and millions of years as an animal on this body and on this planet. And we've come into it now, and we have to retrain its patterns of behavior so that we're no longer subjective to it, right? So anything, if it's stimulating fear, it's because it's the body still reacting to what it's not familiar with. So I'll tell you, the very first time when Norma's mother came to me in Gross Morin, it was like I smelled the smell, and I was a little bit startled. I could smell the perfumey smell of the smell, and then I heard the voice saying, "I am the mother," and it was quite a surprise. I literally was told, "You have to pull over the side of the road. You have to pull over the side of the road. You cannot drive doing this." Because there was a shock in my body. Like, what's going on, right? The body reacts to things it doesn't understand initially from fear. That's why it's so important to learn to train your body. So if something stimulates fear, to learn to relax your body, to not let it be the governor of your actions and thoughts anymore. And this is what it means to be liberated. You liberate your soul from the world. So you're no longer subjective to the world. This is part of the world. The body is part of this world. You do not want to be subjective to the 5 physical senses. You want to utilize them to be aware of information, but you don't want to become subjective to that information. 70% of the people on the planet are subjective to their senses exclusively. It's why we've got so much poverty, and why we've got so much starvation, and why we've got so many people living in fear and so much distress in our mental health systems, because people are subjective to this. And they've been watching videos and TVs and stuff that are zombies and killing and death, and that's all in their subconscious minds. It's no wonder people have trouble sleeping at night after they've watched The Walking Dead, or they've watched some murderous show. It's no wonder they try to lie down, and all that stuff's in their subconscious mind. Stop putting it in there. Start putting in stuff that's pleasing to your spirit. But yeah, learning how to really become training the body to be still and quiet, training your mind to become still and quiet. Yes, I know. Master Jesus keeps saying that statement: be still and know I am God. He's also saying not to say that I am personally God, nor are you personally God, but that we are that which it is, inseparable and undivided, yet individual. Yes. Interesting. The whole liberating our soul from the world is literally, meditation is the most powerful tool for doing this. And we extensively, the last couple of courses in class have been the emphasis on meditating and learning to train your mind and body to be your servant, not your master. It's such a powerful place to be in. It's like a really powerful place to be in when you realize, well, I don't have to react to fear anymore. I don't have to react to those things out there. What do I want to think, say, and do that will be beneficial? And the process you'll operate from, the energy you'll operate from when it's not fear will be love and intelligence and reason. Wow, lots of questions. Hi, everybody. Patricia, why does it feel overwhelming sometimes when we call? Yes, I think we just addressed that. Remember, your body can only operate in this world based on 2 simple principles: fight or flight. That's it. Your body has that. That's how ridiculously simple our bodies are. It's a fight or flight mechanism that you inhabit. And you've got to retrain the mechanism to be more diverse. So it's not going to operate just from fight or flight. It's going to operate from patience, perseverance, reason, intelligence, joy, love. You want to train this mechanism. It doesn't have to react according to its old programming, right? And you're talking about 4 billion years of consciousness stored in this one mechanism, right? Jessica, in response to your question, I just get 2 words. He's saying, stop it. I don't know what it is, and I don't know what he's referring to, but he just says, stop it. So I'm presuming you know what that is, but that's all he's saying. He's saying, stop it. It's not coming in a stern voice. It's just stop it. It's just a matter of fact. Stop it. Wow, that's great, Patricia. Yeah, that's when you understand multidimensional consciousness. It's very different. Somebody asked a question about multidimensional beings. You are a multidimensional being that has been conditioned to believe that you're limited to one physical point of time and space and consciousness, but it's not true. You can move your awareness to different points of time and space. You can learn to astral travel, project your awareness out of the body. It's been proven and demonstrated hundreds and hundreds of times. Jose de Silva, in his process of diagnosing conditions over long distances, proved that a long time ago. Arcturians. Hi, Chico. You're welcome, Giovanna. The Arcturians. Actually, yes, that's true, Patricia. That's who they are. Thank you. That's exactly who they are. Thank you. That makes sense now. Yeah, I just feel joy in my heart. Thank you. You always know when you hear truth, because truth always resonates with joy, right? Truth always resonates with joy, at least for me anyway. Does Hera have anything for me? I've been struggling with addiction. Autumn. No, I'm not getting anything from Hera. I don't know who this is, but they're saying it's really important that you find you need to change your attention until your chemistry changes. You need to change your attention until your chemistry changes. This is where you have struggled. As you begin the process of change, you find yourself wanting to go back to that which is comfortable, even though you know that it is not comfortable. And this is all you have taught your body to believe it can do. You must treat your body like a child, like a child that wishes to go its own way. You must take it and bring it the way you wish to. You must use a little bit of your will, and a little bit of your will, and a little bit of your will, until it finally succumbs to you. It will keep trying to go back. It'll keep trying to go back. It'll keep trying, and you have to keep bringing it away, bring it away. Eventually, the chemistry will surrender to you. And then you want to give it a chemistry that is pleasing to it. We would recommend living food for you. It's very important to understand this. Yes. Wow. And it is true. Like I said, I've been in addiction, so I know what that's like. And it's really important you understand that your body, in addition to being conditioned by that chemistry to be in a certain state, we literally have to realign the body. I know in detox, because I work with people that are dealing with alcohol and other substances, and oftentimes they have to replace certain things energetically, like vitamin K, very critical elements that need to go in the body to keep its chemistry balanced, because you don't want to overstress the organs. So you literally want to go through a mindful process of making certain you're putting in the essential things the body's going to need to rebuild itself as you continue to keep it on a short leash away from those old habits. And there's a time factor that can be reduced down. Like when you find your body really going towards addictions, just sit it down, breathe, relax, drink lots of water. Just keep the body still. It'll be jumpy. It'll want to be in control still. Relax it, relax it, relax it, relax it. Keep doing that until it stops fighting you. You know, it's like training a new dog or a new cat. Well, you can't train cats, but you can train a new dog. And you really got to retrain your body to be different than what you've taught it to be, right? I know we all want to feel good. A lot of the reason people go after addiction is because in their subconscious mind, there's a lot of crap in there. A lot of crap in people's subconscious mind that's fearful and scary and frustrating, and memories that you think might be repeated. And you've got to learn to get this under control. That's the world. Everything that's in your subconscious mind is from the world. You want to release that and put in new stuff so that you're liberating your soul, your awareness from subjectivity to the information in your mind and body. That's the whole purpose of this, is to liberate yourself from this world so that you can bring your gift forward. That is a wonderful and clarifying. Oh, you're welcome, Louise. JC, learn to listen to the silence, space between the words and thoughts and images in your mind. Find the space. As you continue to focus on the space, it'll begin to expand. And it's in the space between what you know where you will begin to hear what you need to know. What you already know. You won't hear the truth from what you already know. You got to learn to hear what you don't know. Right. Very fascinating. Pooja, hi. My husband and I have frequent fights. We are not able to stand each other anymore, and we are living separately. So I want to ask my angels for advice for me and him. Wow. They're saying two things. Both of you are seeking desperately for a love from the other and have not learned how to extend it effectively. The fighting that you're observing is simply and easily two sets of ears that are closed to the other ears, to the other words. Is there something that they can do to adjust this? You know that what you are seeking, you will not find from your past. What you are seeking, you can only find from where you are being right now. The simplest solution we could give to you for yourself and your well-being is to find that place of being well within yourself, of not using your husband as a reference point for your own personal identification of self, but to cultivate, develop, and expand the beautiful you that is you without judgment towards him. Do not put your focus on the pain and suffering that you think he is responsible for, but put your attention on the joy and the love that you are responsible for cultivating within yourself and your expression. We would not recommend that you go into a situation that is not conducive to your well-being, but you already know this, which is why you are living separately. Do not be afraid of the growth and the change that is coming your way, for you will bring into your life that which matches your emotional energy and signature. Cultivate the highest vibration of your greatest good within you, and that is what you will see appearing around you. For everything in your life now is an exact representation of what you are feeling most consistently in your awareness, what you give the most attention to. Thank you for that question. It was really good. I know a lot of people go through that process. Wow, 43, perfect. Anne-Marie, when I sit in stillness, I am flooded with ideas, not fears. Is that chatter? Yes, they're saying it's an unregulated and uninvited flow of information that is available to everybody. It is what some of you may call the unlimited records of all, that you can receive information on anything from. But what you are seeking to do, first and foremost, is to find your relationship to vital information that's pertinent to your expression in that physical form that you find yourself in. We would strongly recommend that you put a hold on those flood of ideas for a while until you've established a vibration of love and joy in your silence. And in that vibration of love and joy, open your awareness up to ideas that resonate with that. For when you feel the vibration of love as your energy, then you will identify that vibration in those things that come into your perceptual awareness. So you will know it resonates with the vibration of love, and you will know it doesn't resonate with the vibration of love as you understand it to be. This is important. You must only allow in your temple that which pleases you. And many of these ideas might be beneficial for you, but to have a flood of them makes it very difficult to decide or discern which ones are more appropriate to you. But once you know the vibration of your essential nature as a being of love, then you will know the ideas that resonate with you also. And we would recommend that you write them down when they come to you. And then you may choose them one at a time to initiate, to manifest as your conditions of your expression and experience for being. Lori, thank you for that donation of $5.55. I really appreciate that. Carolyn, may I ask what my spirit guide's name is? Thank you. I gotta get, where's the back? I don't have a pen handy. Should I write these things down? Do I have a pen handy? Let's see. I usually have oh, there it is. I knew I had a pen. Okay, I just want to see what comes through here. Carolyn, spirit guide. I get this name, and that's what just came through right now, and it's the name Derry Alum, and they present as a male. They present as a male, but they're actually here to help you align more fully to your balanced feminine. Again, I don't know what they mean by that, but that's and I'm pronouncing it Derry Alum, Darialem. Very fascinating. I'm just going to scroll up, see if I missed any questions, because we've been 46. So I hope, yes. Master Jesus is saying, please understand, you must return yourself to your light. Do not get attached to the suffering of this world, but bring it comfort. Do not get attached to the suffering of this world, but bring it comfort. And I can say from my own personal experience, how do you bring the world comfort? By being that which you are intended to be, this being of light and love and compassion and wisdom and reason and intelligence and patience and persistence and perseverance. Become the full you. Don't let the world define you anymore. Watch what you put in your eyes. Watch what you let in your ears. Watch what you allow in your temple. This is your sacred temple. You're in your sacred temple right now. Be mindful what you allow in your temple. And make certain the servants of your temple are your servants and not your masters. Watch what you watch on TV. Watch what you listen to from other people, because they will have an effect on you. Words, images, ideas affect the body and mind, just as what you do inside here affect your body and mind. Be the cause of your own effects, not subjected to somebody else's. And I think that's a really great place for us to end this today. One last quick glance here. Thank you, Melina. I really appreciate that $10 donation. Thank you so much. So yeah, really lose your subjectivity to the world and bring forth the light that is you. It's so important to understand this, that you are this limitless being that's got access to infinite knowledge and intelligence. Every great inventor, every great creator on this planet throughout human history was aware of this fact. Aristotle, Plato, Joan of Arc, Kuan Yin, Master Buddha, beings in uncountable numbers that have found the truth, and that truth set them free. And the truth is that you are this limitless being of love, light, and joy that's here to express something that you came here to express that's unique to you. And you can only find that by getting disengaged from the interpretations that the world has given you about yourself, and formulate your own identity of who you are being and want to be, and let that be the governor of your actions, because whatever you're going to feel is going to generate your behaviors. And if what you're feeling is based on watching a terrible show or putting toxins in your body, then you're going to express things very differently than when you're filled with like excitement and possibility of what today's going to bring. You've got a choice now, and with this information that you're receiving, you can't ignore the fact that you are the one that gets to choose. Many are called, but few choose. And the call is not from the world. The call is from within. And that call, to me, from my perspective personally, is the call of love, to express our ultimate possibilities as a gift to humanity. And I want to thank everybody for coming live. And again, thank you for all your support. Please like, subscribe, and share. Click the notification bell so you know when I'm coming live. We got at least a few more days of the shortcuts for the soul. I have no idea what's coming up next, but this has been really exciting. I love your support. I love your questions. And much love to everybody. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Bye, everybody.